I know you're putting a lot of hard work into the gym and you're probably starting to see a little bit of progress towards your goals, but somewhere along the way you got a nagging injury and you can't figure out why. Well, I'm here to tell you there's a good possibility you did too much volume and not enough stuff to keep your body restorative. So I'm going to tell you how to properly go about volume in your main lifts and how to use that to your advantage when trying to get stronger and trying to stay healthy overall. So let's get to it. I'm going to take a typical program and look at the main lift, and you'll see a lot of people write down, let's say, a back squat or a deadlift, and they'll say do 75% for 4 sets of 6. On paper, that doesn't sound that bad, but when I hear it, because I do things quite a bit differently, that sounds like a lot of volume to me, and I'm going to explain why. So let's say we take that traditional 4 sets of 6 at 75% with my squat volume or my squat weight, okay? So my best squat ever is 530, so 530 pounds. You multiply that by 75% and you get 397.5 pounds. So if I do that for 4 sets of 6 and calculating that total volume or tonnage, we're going to take that weight, then multiply it by the amount of reps I do, and multiply it by the amount of sets I do. So we take 397 and multiply it by 6, and then multiply that by 4, and you get 9,540 pounds, which is quite a bit of tonnage. Now, if you do things the way I do it, where I gradually work up in weight the entire time, so I would start with 135 for 6, which is 810 pounds, then do 225 for 6, which is 1,350 pounds, then 315 for 6 reps, which is 1,890 pounds. And then I'm going to go a little bit beyond 75% because when I tell people to work up in weight, I tell them to go for a rep max. Okay, so that would be 425 pounds for 6 reps, which is 2,550 pounds. So when you look at the total volume of that, it only goes to 6,600 pounds. So a lot of you are wondering, well, you didn't do nearly as much work tonnage-wise, so how are you going to get stronger? So realistically, when you talk about strength, it comes from adaptations in your central nervous system. So the way that happens is you take your body into a state of flight or fight by expressing or exposing it to different stimuluses that it's never had to deal with before. So by slowly going up in weight and activating my CNS at a higher weight of 425 for 6 reps, that's going to allow my CNS to adapt for heavier weights over time, but keep my joints and my body a lot more intact because I didn't tax it with nearly as much volume. So now that there's a little bit around 3,000 pounds of discrepancy between those, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the accessories a lot harder so that way I can focus on my weak points that are holding me back on my main lift. So realistically, between the central nervous system engagement of a higher weight for going for a 6 rep max rather than staying at a percentage and being able to attack the accessories with even more volume, which is my weak points in the lift, I'm going to get stronger and maintain a healthier body for a longer period of time. And then when you're able to train like that consistently for year after year after year, you don't have as many plateaus and you slowly get stronger more and more over time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this version of Teddy's Teaching Tuesday. If you want help with your own programming and learning how to do this yourself, please reach out to me at agogeperformance.com.